So, this video here is from some streams we had of an old nostalgic game which was not very good. This is a game I played when I was like a young teenager, like back when you could barely find any visual novels anywhere. They were bringing out like a bunch of like Western made visual novels, because like they never got translated, any Japanese ones, so all we had to go by was like this company that made this Winter Wolves. It used to be like really famous as like the only goddamn visual novel company that was like around in that time, and I feel like looking back on it, a lot of people praised them so highly because it was literally their only option. All the games by this company have a lot of problems in common, let's say, that we've noticed, but this game I think is the epitome of all of the worst of its problems, and I'm going to play it and see if it's as bad as I remember, see if it's worse than I remember. No offense to all the people who made this, it's just not my kind of game, and the extent of this Let's Play will show you exactly why it's not my kind of game. That means that this video is going to be more of a highlights just to the funny moments, because, well, the game isn't very good, I didn't enjoy it, most of this playthrough is going to be me complaining, and nobody wants to just see that. Also, I streamed this back on my internet connection, it wasn't very good, so there is like quite a bit of footage corruption from lag here, and like, as you can see the screen is like super blurry, so I didn't get a chance to show, like, I made a fancy parody overlay for this, so you can't really see that very well on the regular quality. So I'm going to put up a little video here of what it's supposed to look like. Hope you enjoy more of it more than I enjoyed this game. We'll get into this brief highlight reel of absolute nonsense. The four personalities: joking, friendly, forceful, and romance. Testy, testy, testy too. When you hear this, you go woo. Woo! Okay, an infamous thing about this game, which you actually can't see, because in the Steam version it automatically goes to, air quotes, censored mode. It says it has a censored mode, but it really doesn't. The only censorship that they gave for it was they just coloured her boobs green. The censorship was also really sexist. The female characters, their outfits are still very fan-servicey, even when they've been censored. The male character, his outfit used to actually also be fan-servicey, and then as you can see, it's got completely censored. He's just wearing like generic armour now. Every bit of male fan-service is completely covered up, but all the female stuff is just left. I am the monk, I'm here to write a tale so epic that I cannot sleep until it's told. It's just an excuse to have like 3 minutes of hyping up your own game. Titty women are standing around, and something bad has happened, like sexism trying to pretend that it's being feminist. For no apparent reason, menu icon is just like a grumpy old man. Like, it's pretty Lysander from Pokemon. It's Lysander from Pokemon. It's literally Lysander. Because of course we can't just be Loren the Amazon Princess in the game named Loren the Amazon Princess, and our main character only exists to be Loren's bloody, I would say assistant, but you are literally her slave. They're slaves. Loren's slave. You are literally Loren's slave, and this game somehow presents it as a romanticized thing. You want me to travel with a man? Me, the queen of Miss Andrew's kingdom? Me, the representation of male bigotry, but somehow worse because we're women? Males were not well received amongst the Amazon. You're bloody introduced trying to win over someone to make her pick you as a slave. I was approached by another slave. They spoke of fantastic lands and cities and life away from the citadel. Literally, you're a slave who refused to escape because you just love being a slave so much. It even justifies, if you agree to free the guy, you have a reason for it that is like that still makes you love being a fucking slave. Oh man, I still have some slaves on here. I was gonna say slaves. I was gonna say slaves. Dramatic, slightly wiggling character art. Loren and her ally were walking down a road in the middle of a plains, en route to the town of... Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. A good establishment of a romance, being fearful of your life. Loren was not going to stop for even a moment until Queen Karen was recovered. It was now Saren's job to keep her from sabotaging herself for her own determination. That sums up the entire game, doesn't it? It was your... yeah, that is the entire game. Its first introduction to this so-called romance route with her is her being such an absolute arsehole. They have to, like, use reverse psychology to trick her into letting you sleep. And In the process, she says she's gonna murder you. All of my slaves stood 5 paces away from me at all times. They were social distancing. They didn't look me in the eyes. They were eyeball distancing. Something isn't right here. You're not showing your man titties. Seriously, it starts off going, Loren is such a powerful and brave and super warrior, and then your main character has to do everything for her, constantly protect her. But I just find it funny that the goblin warriors and goblin thieves are just terrible recolors and pointing in the other direction. Yay! Best boy has arrived! Best boy has arrived! This is the only guy in the game who is not an arsehole. Perhaps you would be interested in my services. I wouldn't charge much. One little smoochie perhaps from the protagonist? Okay, this one makes me laugh. It increases the hate against Loren. I think the hate against Loren is not going to get any bigger. Oyster cloister! Oh my god! My mind is fucking... I didn't know that cloister was a pun until I just thought that they spelled oyster differently to make it sound more fancy. Oh my god! It is a cloister of oysters right in front of us all along! I would prefer this guy to be a protagonist, honestly. He looks cool and cute. Fresh apples, good fruit for ya! 2 apples for the big one! 2 apples, 6 gold! A grizzled old man eyed Loren up and down, making her uncomfortable. Behind him was the only guy who gets to have 1 titty out. Again, the NPC characters have much better cool outfits than all the protagonists. That is a symbolization of this game. Is we're going mountain climbing on a wall of turds, and Draco is the one gem at the very top. This is what a single titty man looked like when he had both his titties out. That was the original design for him in a censored version. They over-censored him so much, and they thought that was a bit too much, so they changed it to just covering the 1 titty. Her small stature told him immediately that she was a female dwarf, not a young woman. Enough said! Dwarf gender dimorphism. No matter if they're aged, if they're male they look really old, and if they're female they look like a kid. And this is a sexualized original design, and just, no. Loren turned to Saren to ask her next question. Why are our names so similar? Loren was already awake, hurriedly getting dressed in her armor. What armor? Where is the armor? She just has shoulders. It sucks because Grob's design is really cute. He looks like a nice old goblin gram. She tried to resist as the soldiers swarmed around them, shouting obscenities. Fuck! Be ready for anything. We're approaching the outskirts of the forest. We must stay vigilant. All forests. Carved bark, mark paths, old campfires. Carved bark, mark paths, carved bark, mark paths, carved bark, mark paths. Carved bark, mark paths. Okay, headcanon, that is now this guy's name. And I'm imagining he has all way better adventures off screen. He is like the true protagonist who saves us all. State your business. My name is Loren. I'm an Amazon. I've come to this forest in search of Mom. We harbour no ill will against the fair and knowledgeable elves. We simply need to pass through this area to reach our destination. Draco laughed awkwardly and looked at Sarah to release a small smile, but none came. Don't put words into my mouth. I will be smiling at Draco constantly. Oh, alright, I see how it is, mister. I'll make you laugh someday. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Eventually the game will give me the choice. And oh, the guy on the right is Fedora McBastard. So, yeah. Why can't we have the guy on the left even? An elf with a crossbow flicked his ponytail over his shoulder. God. He literally does the fucking Fedora thing, but with his ponytail. Fucking look at it. She's literally naked. Just with convenient leaves in the way. There's one thing that stood out to all of them, especially Loren, about this forest woman. The fact that she's fucking naked. Unfortunately, I cannot perform this ritual at the moment. You need to complete a side quest for me. But why not? Because you need to complete a side quest for me. Murph's expression darkened, and she sighed before she began her explanation. You need to complete a side quest for me. Loren looked at Saren, and Saren looked at Loren, and Loren looked at Saren, and Saren looked at Loren, and Karen looked at Saren, and Soren, and Karen, and Saren. An evil force was crafting sinister plans. A bad man was doing bad things in bad country. Karen has been taken care of. We all got together and gave Team Galactic Karen a big old hug. Chumby Grandpa Belly, man of lovely fishy ears, and a pleasing colour scheme too. Poor Grob, poor little Grampus. You speak the truth, make it so! Now I'm imagining him like walking into a Dairy Queen or something and being like, make it so! Make my ice cream smoothie so! Have a shoe. Have a shoe, Mr. Squidward. You've never seen a skeleton? You've never seen a skeleton? You might be the one person on Earth who was born without one, you'd never know. You could secretly be a slime. Anyway, continuing on with playing this. Loren the Warren Smoren. Turns out the game's quite easy to mod, so I end up putting a thing in to like undo the nipple denial. Meanwhile, Loren had driven the dwarf with a pouch of water. That's got the easiest way to gain a party member ever. Can you imagine being so desperate for horniness that you would like join a team of complete strangers on some quest you have no idea what the fuck it is, to like save the whole world and battle an evil archdemon lord and risk your life just to date one single lady? An elf stepped out from behind a tree. He was blue from head to toe, unlike the elves they had seen before. Murph gasped, "It's a Smurf! Smurf! Dark? That's never a good thing." Oh, just stealing all Murph's precious Doritos. They took the Cheetos and they built this desert with them. Quickly he moved to Loren to convince the princess not to do anything drastic, like start breakdancing. How does that raise your infection? What was romantic about any of that scene? Instead of just telling Loren don't murder this old man. Defeat Vork the Orc, the Orc, the Orc. This has to be the ogre's den. It's the most stereotypical place in the entire desert. Loren gets her like magical plot MacGuffin sorted literally by just finding it in a pile of garbage in a random orc's den. The animation for her glowing has the shape of her weird censorship shirt change in between the glowing. It turns from a v-neck to not a v-neck. The gods have chosen you, Princess Loren of the Amazons. Your arm is their arm. Your foot is their foot. Your weird fan service titties are their weird fan service titties. Murph gasped, recognizing them immediately. Placeholder art! He's got such a buff body and such a cute little baby head. Oh no, his green groin powers! He's using demonic magic to make his balls glow. Slightly wiggling JPEGs, slightly wiggling JPEGs for an obnoxiously long time to take down the first level enemy. Fight the crotch glow, fight it, son! It's the sword, the Hawkblade, the Destiny blah 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 that you just happen to find in a bargain bin in Best Buy. Though it would be very awful if everyone wanted to know that the Elder Druid is protecting the Dark Owl's rogue leader. Yeah, how dare you be nice and non-racist? You owe me for You owe me for denying my ability to kill an innocent man. I have no problems with you travelling with us. And me? I have problems with you travelling with us. Let's talk to Arshat. And his hat. Ray gnashed his teeth while thinking about it. Ray ate a Subway sandwich casually. So you are an assassin? Almost exclusively. Sometimes I play in a mariachi band. Efficiency and your trophies. Oh god, does he actually like keep people's ears in a bag? Ew, trophies? Don't misunderstand. I prefer mementos or Okay, so you just steal pictures of people's grandmas. Because it's the one thing you can't replace. Ray, you can sit in the circles of shame. Raris emptied the swamp water from his boots. And then I drank it. They approached the front door cautiously. They approached the back door with reckless abandon. Out from the shadows sprang an adorable scorpion. I cannot believe it, that scorpion was a sexy bondage lady. Dun dun dun. Your other form is slightly more cute. Get out of my swamp! Oh my god, I just realised she is literally Sexy Shrek. Oh no! Oh no, I can never take this character seriously again! What are you doing? Oh no, the glowy gonads are back! Lizard Satanists. I am dead. I should be dead for being straight. Oh no! Straight tears! So Soren hurried to Queen Karen's side and placed comforting hands on her shoulders. He just pulled them out of his pockets, just hand after hand after hand. Dr. Snapper's there. It would be here where the story of Loren the Amazon Princess should have ended. Yeah, I agree. Bye. Here we go. Oh my Jesus Christ, the game just... Turning off the game crashes the game? Oh my god, it doesn't work on Windows 10.